it's Liam here, and today I'm going to be talking about the reproductive system. Now, if you're a man or a woman, let's start off with, well, if you're a woman, you produce eggs. If you're a man, like me, you produce sperm at some point in your life. Now, sperm and eggs are fairly different. But before we get into that, let's talk about the main difference between men and women. Now, the largest distinguishing feature in all species is that let's talk about humans first, the eggs and the sperm. The characteristics of the sperm as well, they're much smaller than the eggs, and they move, they're quite mobile, whereas the eggs just kind of stay there. And the sperm basically goes and fuses with the egg, and that's how a baby is born. But, just because the sperm fuses with the egg does not necessarily mean it will create a baby. There could be a miscarriage, or it could just decide not to develop and not go inside the uterus wall, in which case he'll most likely die. But, before we go into that, basically the characteristics of the female and male sperm are quite different, in the way that, eggs from females tend to be, well, generally a lot bigger and slower, in the way that they just kind of float around, they don't really move, whereas the male genitalia produce things that are actually usually much more mobile and small. So, but those are the most distinguishing features in terms of males and females. And so basically, once that magical sperm, one of the many, gets fused with that, the one of the probably millions of eggs. Actually, before we say that, let's just think about how lucky you are to exist. Not only did you have to be one of the millions of sperm that were released, you also had to go into that one of the millions of eggs that were inside of your mother. So, yeah, you're pretty lucky to even be alive. So, yeah. And, well, reproduction is probably all across every single species known to man. There's one thing that they all want to do, which is reproduce. Whether it be, splitting themselves through asexual reproduction, or how plants, they have seeds that drop down from their flowers and pollen, all sorts of things. There are lots of different ways of reproducing, but every species actually does it. And, we all have to thank the reproduction. We all have to thank the reproductive system. Do you know why? Because if it didn't exist, neither would we. Thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you next time.